Hello everybody, Shockinator 1000 here reporting for duty. Welcome to a remake of the LP of Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Kind of a bit silly this, because allow me to explain. I was originally doing an LP of this game with my, well, iPad, but I was having problems with it, where I had 2 videos saved on my iPad. I wanted to upload them onto my laptop, but no matter how hard I tried, the laptop just would not import the videos at all. So I thought, okay, I'll just delete the 2 videos from my iPad and then just start anew. But when I deleted them and then I reloaded my photo gallery on my iPad, the photos hadn't been deleted at all. So when I saw that the photos re-showed up in my photo gallery, even though I definitely deleted them, and it wouldn't allow me to load up my deleted folder, I knew something was up. To the point where I could not do LPs on my old iPad anymore, so I had to get myself a new one. Which is what I am currently using for this LP to create a new. And I definitely will say the picture quality might not be great because it's my first recording ever doing with this new iPad. So if something looks a little bit fuzzy or something else, try not to pay too much attention to it. But as we move on up, we get to enjoy this beautiful scenery. And of course the music. Yeah, I was just going to be silent for a little bit so you guys could hear the music. So actually we'll go into detail about this in a minute. So with the controls, obviously move with the left thumbstick, as you know, surprise. You can move the camera around with the right thumbstick. I actually never do this, and I didn't do this in my original LP of this game, so you're welcome. To basically do the controls and everything, A to jump, B to do the inhale attack, but if you have a copy ability like I got right now, which is a sword, you can basically do all kinds of stuff, except it's very limited in this game compared to what it is in the other Kirby games. You can actually drop your ability by holding the Y button and then pick up a new ability, just so, but obviously I'm not going to be going into too much detail about that. We have at the moment Sword Kirby and Bomb Kirby. You can choose which one of them two you want to pick up. Because when you go down here and defeat one of the Kabus here, and enter this doorway, we get introduced to a new cutscene. Yeah, because in the cutscene you saw from when I started the video that I was silent in the entire time. Kirby was exploring in his homeland of planet Popstar, but he got dragged in by a vortex after slamming the warp star into a tree. And when entering that warp star, it kind of affected Kirby's abilities in a way, where he basically inhaled this entire car. This is known as a mouthful mode ability, which is a brand new ability in this game specifically. Using the car, you can obviously move around with the thumbstick, press A to jump, and also hold down the B button to turbo dash. It's not limited, you can do it as many times as you want. And then using the car transformation, you can just traverse across the entire land. Follow the road if you so want. You don't have to do it, but I choose to do it anyway because to show my definition of how good of a driver I can be, even though I am crashing into things a bunch. But I'm actually going to turn the volume up a little bit because I can barely hear it for some reason. But as soon as I dash into that cluster of rock that's holding the bridge up in place, I want you to listen to the amazing music here. And as you saw from that cutscene, I am playing the Nintendo Switch 2 edition because obviously I wanted to do this LP upon when the Switch 2 edition was first announced, because the DLC, I actually only did one stage in the DLC in my first take of the LP, but I didn't get to do any other stages after that. I will do the exact same thing in this LP that I did in the previous LP, so do not worry about that. So, without any delay, let's just proceed further up. And we get another cutscene. Because obviously we saw one of these being captured and being taken away. When we enter this town, you see even more of them are being captured to this present time right now. But one other character is being captured at the minute. And that's this character. It's up to us to rescue this character. These enemies that are standing there scratching behind their ears are known as woofies. They are basically the Waddle Dee equivalent of this game. Convenient that you don't actually fight a single Waddle Dee at all in this game. The enemy that you saw we get the sword ability from is known as a Blade Knight. The bomb enemy character you saw is Poppy Bros Jr. You saw me defeat a Kirby, which was that sand sculpture creature. And there was also the mushroom enemy that was known as a Cappy. Those are the only enemies I can say on the top of my head that we saw this present day at the minute. But it's time to rescue this mysterious creature. You saved me. Thank you. But what about those other guys? The Waddle Dees? They were all captured and taken away. We fought those beasts as hard as we could, but they kept coming back for more. Now I'm the only one left. I have to go save them. I have to. It's a different voice than what I've done with this character before, but it works. What? You helped me save everyone? That's great. So, your name is Kirby? I'm Elfilin. Nice to meet you. Elfilin will be our travelling companion for the whole entirety of this LP. And honestly, I love this character. It's actually adorable, this character, to say the least. Let's go to the world map. Or not. Hey, Kirby. There is an option to play co-op in this game, where player 2 will be, no question about it, playing as Bandana Waddle Dee, who has the permanent ability as Spear. Boy, am I glad to see you. I got pulled through that vortex over Planet Popstar too. If you ever want a second player to join you, just let me know. I'm always ready be ready. Well, I was actually thought he was going to say always ready to help, but same thing. We enter the world map, and our first explorable area is known as the Natural Plains. Onwards to downtown Grasslands. Each individual stage has the following missions: save the hidden Waddle Dees and clear the stage. But there are also 3 bonus missions for you to complete that are hidden. If you do not complete any of those missions, the game will manually tell you the first of the uncompleted objectives that you have come across. The first hidden bonus mission that we got involves these tulips. Make 5 of them bloom. And we got a Sir Kibble over there. We can pick up his ability and turn into Cutter Kirby. But again, I want to stick with Sword Kirby for this. We have a new enemy with these rabbits, but unfortunately I do not remember the name of these enemies. I could just look it up, but I don't want to be wasting a whole period of time to research something that can just be told manually in-game at a later point. You will understand what I mean in due time. Here is where the second tulip is found. If we jump up here, we have ourselves a new mouthful mode ability. Vending mouth. Or just vending machine. You get ammunition of spitting out soda cans that can also be replenishable if you run into them. So like, say for instance, if I shoot this and it gets destroyed apparently. Okay, well we need to destroy this. But yeah, if you shoot those soda cans, they will sit in plane like this and you can pick them back up. But picking them back up also heals up your health at the same time. Now, our second hidden mission was break the building's shutter. So we got that. And this. That is a figurine. You find hidden capsules all across the levels. You basically pick them up for extra collectibles for 100% completing the game. Now, when I mentioned something about Kirby's abilities being altered, mouthful mode is one of them. Other one, the hover. Usually in Kirby games, Kirby can actually hover for an unlimited amount of time. But in this game, you notice how Kirby was sweating and was slowly depleting in air. You can only stay hovering in the sky for a limited amount of time. If you stay in the air for too long, you will gradually descend back down to the ground and you have no way to recover air at all until you land on solid ground. So just be wary of that. That star coin you saw me pick up, the purple one, that gives you, I believe, 10 if not 20 star coins for one of them being picked up. That is to demonstrate to you the capability of limited hover. Now we take this warp star to take us to part 2 of the stage. Now this time here's the Cappy. I'm going to drop my sword ability to pick up the bomb, because it's going to be helpful for this bit, because we got a Shotzo over here. These are undestructible enemies. You cannot kill them. You can only destroy things that they are set on top of to prevent them being a permanent hazard. And here, another mouthful mode ability. Cone Mouth. All you do is just basically the same with every mouthful mode ability. You can push A to jump and then B to do a certain action. This time, jump up in the air and then spike your head down into the ground, creating a shockwave that can kill any enemies within that shockwave and also destroy these grey blocks. They can also destroy these cracks in the ground. Sometimes you will actually find stuff hidden underground like that, so be aware to actually destroy these panels just in case, because you never know, they might be helpful for you. That enemy, I believe, is called a Bufferhorn or something. I do not know. But when we get one of those figurines, it will practically tell us what each and every individual enemy is. Yeah, I am not joking. Destroy this to get our new hidden objective. Ride the spewing water up to the balcony. So yeah, these figurines, they are based on everything that you see in the main game. You grab them and they tell you exactly what each and every individual thing in game is. Right, we're going to climb up this ladder, but unfortunately for us, we cannot climb a ladder when in a mouthful mode. We're just going to have to make the most of what we got. Because here is our first mini boss. And a Woofy and a Rabbit. And then Wild Edge. Oh god. Wild Edge will gradually swing his sword at you, and then he will bring up a protective shield to block all frontal attacks. But when you get into phase 2, when he does that ability, he will bring up his shield and then just casually walk towards you as a way of trying to ram you with his spiky shield. Just basically hit him from behind because he's vulnerable there, and it will stun him, allowing you a free opportunity to hit him. Make sure you pick up the sword ability because you will need it for the next part of the level. Some fresh meat in case you want to heal up your health. This enemy can kindly go away. But if you did not pick up the blade as a Wild Edge, there's another Blade Knight over here for you to pick up in case if you were just blissfully unaware. Another mouth mode ability, Dome Mouth. All you do is just move Kirby around and then there you go. Our second hidden Waddle Dee. Even though the first one wasn't technically hidden because it was locked behind a mid-boss battle. Now, this enemy over here, I believe is known as a Torturner. I could be wrong, but I do have a strong possibility that is his name. Now, with the sword ability, you can also do this with Cutter. Either one works. Just go up this ladder, and you've got a cone wrapped around a bunch of vines. You need this cone now to get rid of this enemy. Defeating him gets you your last hidden Waddle Dee. Those will reward you with some star coins and also donuts. Here is our fourth tulip. Now we need to keep our cone mouth for the rest of the level, by the way. Just jump up here. And there is our last tulip, being guarded by a Booferhorn. Now we'll just run across on the edge and then just jump off into the pit. So you don't have to fight him, but if you want to fight him, just do it. Doesn't really matter. So we had a Torturner, but this is a Tortilding, which is a bigger version of the Torturner. He will try to nab at you, but if you eat that pipe, which is actually your hint for going over here, he will destroy this pipe, allowing you access to the spewing water, which allows you up on top to come crashing down on top of him, allowing you to see the end of the level. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough today because I have been feeling a little bit under the weather the past couple of days. Because I had a time where on Thursday night, I was trying my hardest to sleep, but I couldn't because we literally had the coldest night in history where it felt like it was in the negatives for all I know. I do not know exactly what the temperature was on Thursday night, but I could not sleep at all, to the point where I got myself a serious headache from how cold I was and could not sleep a wink. I kept waking up entirely at half an hour every time, and I literally woke up way too early at 5:30, and for the whole day on Friday I just felt drained, like I could not do practically anything. But then I did feel better the very next day yesterday, and I'm feeling okay today, but I'm still dealing with this casual cough. So, our first figurine Kirby was pulled into a mysterious vortex that appeared in the sky over his home planet. On his home planet, planet of the Star. Yeah, you kind of get the gist. When he woke up, he was in a new world. Traveling through that vortex also gave Kirby a new and mysterious power. Let's see what it can do. Onward to adventure. You are guaranteed to get that Kirby ability no matter how hard you try. And I think you're guaranteed to get this one as your second one, the Shot So. I could be wrong. But this one, the third one, is random. Elfalin. A mystical new friend you met in a mysterious new world. You found Elfalin as he was trying to save the Waddle Dees from the Beast Pack. He seems happy to be Kirby's guide, sharing helpful advice to save the Waddle Dees and rebuild their town. Thanks, Elfalin. And there we go, we saved all the Waddle Dees in that stage, sorry. And after beating the first level, you do get the figurine collection, so you can look at your figurines at any point. But the more important thing... Oh, it actually doesn't show at the end of this level. Okay. Right, it's not going to show up immediately. So it'll show up after this stage. So in the next episode, we are going to go through the tunnel. See you guys next time.